All right, everybody. This is our first official trying to record something for YouTube. I got these fancy lights here, which are shining in my old man glasses. But I got here on Zoom meeting with me, Justin Wagner. He's one of my union brothers from up north. What, 434, did you say?
Yes, sir. Moline, Illinois, 434.
You guys
John
right.
Deere Seeding Group.
Yeah, you guys are right downtown there, ain't you?
Oh, yeah. We had the Battle of River Drive last Monday. It was kind of beautiful. I don't know if you've seen the pictures.
Yeah, I saw it. I got to visit that place years and years ago. I got a hold of the vice president there at the time. I was vice president back then, 2003, I guess.
Okay.
Got to take a tour. So what happened up there last week? Tell us all about it.
Well, I wasn't at the Battle of River Drive. That's what I've been calling it. Yeah, I was picking, my wife works for local 281, Davenport Works, John Deere. We were out there. We got the injunction on us from John Deere because we were being a little too rowdy.
Yeah.
But I was there. I don't think anything was too rowdy. We didn't have them backed up half a mile down the road like we did at Seeding Group. We had a kid with a bullhorn and kind of black block clothing. He was getting low rambunctious. He was telling everybody to take a hike. We're on strike.
Was he part of your crew?
He was he was at the 281
Okay.
picket. And we were just kind of holding cars, giving them about 60 seconds of play time, and then we'd let them go.
Yeah.
We had kind of people timing it a little bit. We weren't holding them too much, but a couple guys saw a supervisor didn't like and may have held them up. I mean, we weren't blocking traffic. We were just impeding immediate entrance.
Yeah.
You call it that.
So we had something kind of similar. I've been a Deere employee, and this is the most I've talked about where I work, and shit, I've been doing this podcast for a couple of years. And I guess at this point, what the hell? What are they going to do? Fire me, right? Yeah. But and I ain't saying anything that ain't true. It's not like I'm sharing trade secrets. So anyway, our first day out, I'm not going to lie, I was going a little bit 36 James Cagney. You know, that's what I thought we was getting ready to do. I thought we was going to town. We're striking. Yeah. And I might have gotten in the way of one car, and I might have got bumped allegedly. But anyway, we got a call to calm down, and we have since calmed down. Our problem here is, and I don't know if it's a problem, but our situation is that we have a small local of about 150 people. Yeah.
Oh, we're nothing like that though.
Yeah. And our community is 8,000 people. So all together in the building, we got like 300 to 400 people working. And so we see all these people at Walmart and church. And so, you know, we know most of them that are leaving, coming and going. So it's kind of hard to, hell, we got a union member that has, well, more than one union member that has family that works in salary. So that's a bit awkward. Oh, yeah. You know, when they drive through, what are you supposed to do? We give them extra shit. But what are you supposed to do? Like you said, illegally, we can't stop them. So we just walk back and forth and let them know that we're there. They've been giving us some shit about our burn barrels, that the burn barrels are busting the asphalt. So I went out there and put some concrete blocks under them, you know, shit like that. But you guys got a whole different thing going on up there. You got thousands of members up there around the Quad Cities area. I think we got 10,000
chain wide.
Yeah. And
chain wide.
Yeah. And we got 150 of them down here, and Atlanta's a small one. So you guys probably have got 400 of them up there in the Quad Cities area.
I think wage wise, Davenport Works has 1,200, 1,300. Harvester Works has about the same. I've got the smallest. Well, I'm not sure what PDC has. They might have 500, 600 out there. We've got about 700 at my factory. Seating and cylinder division is right next door, so we share a local between the two factories.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the I call ourselves the pirate ship. Harvester likes to call themselves the flagship, just kind of an 865, 434 kind of sibling rivalry type thing we got going.
Yeah. So how many's in your union, you say, your local?
My local 434 is about 700.
Oh, shit. It's a whole lot bigger than what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, between the two factories.
So
cylinder has about 200.
So,
and seating has about 6.
so for those listening here, we're throwing out all kinds of terminology they're probably not aware of or know. So
Oh, yeah.
seeding is exactly what it sounds like. It's the planters, correct? That drag
Yes, sir.
behind. Yeah. You'll see them going down through fields, and it's doing exactly what you think it's doing. It's putting seeds in the ground.
Yeah.
When you say cylinder, it's a hydraulic cylinders, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you do the chrome plating and the whole thing.
Yeah, they got chrome platers in there. I worked over there in 2017. I got reduced out of my departments at seating and was shipped over to cylinder for the summer.
When I toured up there, cylinder felt more like Coffeeville.
Oh yeah, it's a little factory that could is too.
Yeah, a lot of machines. And so what we do here in Coffeeville is we do a lot of gears and shafts, and then we assemble transmissions and transaxles. The 5000 series is what we're currently working on. Graders, articulating dump trucks, pump drive. We used to have the 500 series, which was the big 9000 you see out there. And right now, we're also, the new thing now is dozers, crawlers. We call them crawlers. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're kind of construction, forestry, and ag a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Trying to think if anything we do goes into an actual ag. Well, I guess 5000, I guess, might be ag. I don't know if it fits into ag or more of to the turf kind of a deal. It's kind of a hobby tractor, for the rich
Yeah.
guys. And then, so you said harvester, which anybody harvest a combine, correct?
Oh yeah.
And then Waterloo Tractor Factory.
Yep.
That's what everybody knows about John Deere tractors. And then there's a foundry. I've never got to see the foundry. Let's see. What is Des Moines? Des Moines is cotton pickers, stuff like
Pickers and sprayers.
How about Atumwa? What do they do? The
Hay
balers?
balers.
Hay
Yeah, hay
balers, yeah.
balers.
And then of course you say PDCS, part distribution warehouses.
Biggest warehouse in North America.
I think I drove by it. My father-in-law, whose salary, well, no longer my father-in-law, but took me on one hell of a tour back in 3. So I pretty much, well, we didn't go up to Waterloo or Cedar, none of that stuff. But anyway, I got to tour Davenport, which is where most of your construction stuff is, correct?
Yes, sir.
Road graders, articulated dump trucks, stuff like that.
Yeah, Dubuque Works. They make the skid steers.
Okay.
Some other stuff. I was up there last summer, the summer before last, for my factory level CI role.
Yeah, I haven't got to go too many of them. I think it's important and good for all of us to kind of get out there and see what the other guys are doing. We're so far down here, nobody knows who the hell we are.
Oh yeah, I had to Google what y'all do at Coffeeville.
Yeah. Hey, we just make coffee.
I've been trying to get down there because we'd like to do factory tours and just kind of see what you guys are doing, CI wise, that's working for you and working that could work for us.
We've had in the past, and we got one still that runs really well. I mean, the guys are making some good money. Yeah. But what we've noticed is there's always the engineers are always looking to change things.
Oh yeah.
And they took a KIP group and took it from 200% to 135.
Yeah, that happened to my plan.
Yeah, they destroyed it. And then now they are talking about, well, we need to rebuild part of it. Ain't that convenient?
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever. So for those out there that are wondering what the hell we're doing, we're both members of the UAW, and we work for John Deere, clearly, and we're on strike. And a lot of the folks around here seem to think that we don't live in a union hotbed down here. So they seem to think that we're just greedy bastards, trying to pilfer the company for all they have. And
it's the same up here.
That's not necessarily true.
No,
I got this little thing here. I was gonna real basic information. I got it off our post 97 page, and it says right here, in 97, Deere reported a net income of 118.7 million. In 2021, they are projected to make 5.7 billion. That's million and then billion. Meanwhile, the starting wage of Deere has gone from just under 15 in 97 to just over 20 in the current offer. So what that means is Deere has had a 700% gain since 97 in their profits, and we've had a 35% loss in our buying power. It's like, I'm all about some capitalism and I understand, making some money, but damn, son, you're going to go from 800 million to 5.7 billion. And basically my buying power is the same.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't seem, I don't want to use the word fair, but sure the hell don't seem right. We're the ones that built the son of a bitches.
Oh yeah. And you
So
go by, you listen to Jordan Peterson and those guys talk about quality of outcome and equality of effort.
yeah.
Being in my job, doing the 5S, doing the factory level CI, continuous improvement work, we're putting in the effort.
Oh yeah.
We got plans that are running awesome. We got plans that are running like crap. And the only differentiator between them is their salary support teams. Some teams have awesome salary support.
Boy.
Their kit plan runs smooth. Others have just guys that just want to check that box on their resume and move on.
That's probably our main issue down here is we have the CI boards, and projects will go on that board and there won't be nothing done.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, what in the hell? And then they try to assign it to wage guys. Well, first of all, you can't assign a CI project to a wage guy. I don't have the authority to make it happen. It's odd. It's
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
Well, what's the biggest complaint up there as far as what are we doing? What are we after?
Well, some people want to say we want to go back to that pre-97 contract, which would be tough to do.
Yeah, I believe it would be.
Because you've got guys like Brad Morris, who is in LR, corporate LR. He's like the grand master of John Deere labor relations. This is probably going to be his last contract. He wants to go out with a bang. And he wants to go out with a fight. He ain't going to take this rolling over.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the way the market is right now with the shortages of supplies, we've got tons of machines built, just missing a few components before they can be shipped to a customer. So I don't see that having a quick resolution.
Yeah.
I mean, just tonight I saw a video of some salary folk driving planters back to the seeding factory from a storage place we had a few miles away. I can see them keeping us out for 6 weeks and coming back with something that's half of the pre-97 contract.
So that's what a lot of folks don't seem to understand. And I'm sure every company is the same way, but John Deere likes to portray themselves as this great American family-oriented company, right?
John Deere and apple pie. That's America.
John Deere and apple pie. That's right. And that's what you think it is. Fuck John Deere green is a color, that's all that shit.
On a hot summer night.
That's right. And anyway, what my experience is, and a lot of my other union brothers down here, maybe you guys will notice the same thing. If there's two ways to do something, and one of them makes it feel like we were involved, because they always want you to take ownership and they want you to feel like you're part of the team. But then the other way is the exact same outcome, but it kind of kicks them around the nuts. It seems like every damn time they go that way. Is that the way you guys are up there, or is that just a local thing?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
So, okay, if there's a project or there's any kind of an issue where you can go two different routes, you can go this way and it makes it feel like the membership is involved and we did our part and we have a feel good, kumbaya thing. But then there's the other way where the outcome is exactly the same, but John Deere gets the win or whatever. They go that way every time. And that's what people don't seem to get. They're on the outside. John Deere's this great company, but they weren't paying out the kit payments until just a couple of days ago, kit payments that guys had, rightfully earned before the strike. And now John Deere's putting this deal out. Well, we're paying the kit payments. You're supposed to pay the damn kit payments. Yeah. John Deere's perception of being a great American company, I believe, is getting exposed here.
Well, it's the people that made it the great American company aren't there anymore. You just got a bunch of suits and bean counters. Everything is a statistic or a percentage or some kind of metric.
SVA.
Yeah.
Well, that's the old value added, man.
That was the old ways. It was all SVA, shareholder value added. So that's when I started buying stock. When I hired in, I'd put 20% of my 401k into John Deere stock. I was like, well, hell, if this is the only way I'm going to squeeze a little extra out of this turd, I'll take it. But then you've got core productivity, which is a measure of factory wide input, output, off plan time, and all this stuff, where my factory seating was number 2 in John Deere for core productivity during my time as CI rep. I'm not taking any credit for that. I'm just saying that's what happened. But you know, we put in the effort. We're just looking for, like you're saying, with the value for value model, we're trading our time and talent for some treasure.
That's a great
analogy. It goes both ways. And I've been trying to explain it to everybody like this with the no agenda thinking is your time is your most valuable resource. Everybody's got a different amount. Everybody's got the same amount. You got as much as you're going to get. How much is your time worth to you to trade for some other people to make billions of dollars a year?
Yeah. That's I heard somebody the other day on one of those news clips. I don't normally watch left-leaning news, but of course, you know, they're our friend now. So of course, you know, it's okay to listen to them now. Yeah. Somebody said it's not what's fair, it's what the market will bear. And a company projected to make $5.7 trillion. Now, I don't know if those projection numbers include the infrastructure bill that's about to be passed or not, but John Deere is looking to make a lot of jack. And here we are, our buying power is pretty much the same as it was 25 years ago. And all we're asking for is our fair shake. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of, I'll just give you a little backstory. I got hired in February of 98, and we were standalone at the time. We weren't tied in with you guys. And I had post-retirement health care. And I did not have a match in my 401k. I had an active 401k, but I was young and stupid and building race cars. So, you know, that wasn't really my priority. So I had healthcare after I retired. And then in 2000, the next group come through, the first contract after I was there. Now, them guys didn't have healthcare after they retired, but they had a match in their 401k. And of course, I said, well, you don't have a match because you have post-retirement healthcare. Okay. And plus I was younger and I didn't really understand what was going on other than this is how it was. Well, then in 2007, I've been there, you know, 9 years and 10 months or whatever it was. And the next contract, they took away my health care after I retire. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I had that for 10 years. And they said, well, we're going to give you some money to your 401k to make up for it because these guys over here since 2000 have been having a match in their 401k. Oh, okay. So I should be getting a giant wad of cash. Got a $500 check. That's what John Deere gave me for 10 years of insurance. But they tell you now that those legacy payments, that's what they're trying to get rid of, is the legacy costs, are worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. But they valued from February of 98 to October of 2007, they valued that period of time at $500. So once again, John Deere is not the company they're trying to be.
Yeah, it's all just investments, and
return on asset.
Jamie Dimons of the world,
I got
Wall Street.
What's your thoughts on the John May, the second CEO, and his insider trading? We haven't heard hardly anything about that here lately.
Oh no. Martha Stewart went to jail for that stuff.
Yeah, I've got a chart here that shows he sold ass loads of stock. I mean, worth lots and lots and lots of money. and he didn't report it within the 2 days that's required by the SEC. But of course, nobody's talking about that.
Well, no, he's got the money, he's got the lawyers, sweep it under the rug.
Yeah. So to be fair, have you seen that deal that Deere put out that said he got 160% raise? And they didn't dispute the 160% raise, but they said the numbers that are being used is when he was a president of whatever group that he was in, to now he's a CEO and chairman of the board. So they gave him a raise to fit his new duty.
His responsibilities.
Yeah. And I don't have a problem with CEOs making big money because they can say something stupid and screw up the whole company.
Oh, yeah.
But what is it? It takes 400 of us to make his salary.
345.
345. That's what it was.
Yeah.
345 of us, the ones that are actually doing the work, to equal what that man is making. So, I don't get that. I'm not asking to make $100 an hour.
No.
I'm asking for some substantial raises, but I'm asking for guaranteed money as well, because the way they want to do COLA is, hell, your raise can go away next year.
I would take COLA without the diversion.
Yeah.
It was a 1.85% diversion.
Yeah.
I mean, that could take a whole year's worth of raises.
Yeah.
In one quarter.
Yeah.
Especially these days with Brandon's economy.
Yeah. So, hey, we've talked a lot about work. Let's just talk about old Justin here. By the way, my name's Justin too, so everybody So you used to have a podcast.
Yeah, it was very short-lived. It was 2012. Everybody was doing it. I was wanting to be the next Joe Rogan.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's I started listening to at Street Outlaws, Chief and Sean. I started listening to their podcast. Then a friend of mine had a podcast. And I don't even remember. Oh, I listened to Rogan. I got started on Rogan after a while because, if you listen to podcasts, you eventually listen to Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
And Adam Curry
was
on there. And of course, I'm like, oh, that's the DJ from the VJ,
Headbangers Ball.
Yeah, what the hell? And next thing I know, he's talking, and Joe's like, man, it sounds kind of like a cult you got going on over there. And well, I don't know if it's a cult, but I started listening. And if you don't listen, you should go check out No Agenda Podcast. It's pretty cool. That's what I've modeled our whole thing here. You got this website here, and you can go there, and we got a ways to donate. And we've got people that are truly our producers. They donate a lot. We got a guy called the Wizard. He does a lot for us. And then of course we got other guys that so on No Agenda, they call each other douchebags if you don't, donate.
Yeah.
We have peasants here. You can call somebody out as being a peasant. And we had one guy buy himself out of a peasant right away. He didn't like that. So it works pretty good.
Yeah, I started listening to No Agenda way back. Back when I smoked cigarettes, I won a Microsoft Zune. It's probably 2008 for Marlboro. They had some summer contest going. And I was like, oh, what's this podcast stuff on here? I didn't know shit about that stuff.
What's a podcast?
So I was like, what's a podcast? So I'm on the Zune Marketplace and I see this No Agenda. There was probably only 500 podcasts at that time. And I just would go through that registry. And I worked third shift. I was working 12 hours a day or 12 hours a night, 6 or 7 days a week. I mean, I was balls to the wall. I was young and hungry. I hired in 2007. So I left the trailer park, went to an apartment. And after moving from the trailer park to an apartment, I want to get the hell out and get my own house. So I was just putting every damn nickel and dime away, just working every bit of overtime I could. Got me a little house. Got me turned on to all kinds of different podcasts. I was big in the Death Squad podcast back in the day, the Red Band. He's the one that was with Rogan when he first started.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brian
I didn't listen
Red
to those
Band.
guys back then. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But I was big into them. I'd go to the comedy shows everywhere, work 12 hours, go home and sleep 3 hours, and drive to Milwaukee to go see Doka Trussell and Joey Diaz and all those guys, and just helping support podcasts.
Yeah.
Within the people that were in the Death Squad community. There's a podcast out of Dayton, Ohio that I was on. Guy was named Izzy Rock. It was Tales from the Hard Side. A couple guys from Wisconsin I was tight with. In the Corner. It was Yuck Nasty and Dog a Baby. We had a lot of fun with those guys.
Nasty.
I don't know if they're still going yet or not. Yeah, it was good times back in 2012, 2011.
I didn't listen to my first podcast until probably 2016, maybe late 15. And it was just local stuff, through the racing community. I was big into racing back there a few years ago. And so, of course, anything racing I was all about. And then it slowly transitioned into something else. But people have always asked me, what makes you want to have a podcast? Well, so growing up, there was three things I always wanted to do as a kid. Well, I wanted to be a civil engineer because I, for some reason, love maps and planning. I don't know what the hell that is. When SimCity came out, I thought, oh, this is the greatest shit ever. But then later on, there was two jobs. People always ask me, what do you want to do? And it's funny. I'd always say a car salesman or a radio DJ. And both those have in common being full of shit. So I just made my own damn radio station, and I called it, Wrong Kind of Podcast, WKOP, like, WKRP in Cincinnati, because I like to think I'm Dr. Johnny Fever, but that's how we got started. And I normally have my wife sitting over here and a friend of mine, but this is my first official. I have call-ins, but this is the Zoom deal that I can now. We have a small YouTube page. Ain't very much on there at all. This will be the fourth video. So, like Adam and Dvorak are always saying, looking for an exit strategy. And maybe someday this might be my exit strategy. Just make enough to pay like the, the cable bill or something. So who knows?
Yeah, I'm always looking for an exit strategy too. And I, listen to the podcast for all these years. I got started in Bitcoin early.
Oh, yeah? Did all right, huh?
That helped pay my down payment for my house now, which is that first house I was talking about. My garage is the size of my old house.
It's great.
No, it just feels really good. Coming up, I feel like Drake sometimes. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Drake, yeah. That is kind of cool. I mean, we've got good jobs. Don't get us wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I used to tell people I got a damn good job. Now I got a good job.
We only got 6 years.
It's caught up with us,
We've got 6 years. Every 6 years we can make a statement or make any kind of gains.
Yeah.
We're set for whenever this next contract comes in, we're set for 6 years. We know we're going to have.
So I keep telling people this ain't guaranteed. Well, yeah, it is for 6 years. You got to think a little bit, you got to think down the road a little bit. Look
at all that's gone away in the last 2 contracts. Job security.
I think you're, go ahead, man.
Job security went away in 2009, or went up from 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
In July, I'll have my 15 years. If we were back to the 09 contract, I'd be having job security, which means if there's a big layoff at my factory, I'd go to a different factory, keep all my seniority, which is one of the biggest perks of our job is seniority.
Yeah.
You pay your dues, you do your time, and it's not always merit-based, but your seniority matters for something.
Yeah. And I've got quite a bit, 24 years come February, but I'm at the end of my career, essentially, I mean, I'm young, 49, but I can see it.
And since 98, it's been nothing but concessions.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling somebody the other day, once and I'll probably do 35 years, probably that's my goal is 60, which honestly, this whole thing maybe rethink what my goal in life is. I used to think it was retirement. Now it's just being happy. Yeah. But anyway, what the hell are they even talking about? I'm getting close. And I was telling somebody the other day, in my 35 years of projected work in there, I'd like to have one contract that I can go, we did good there. We did
Yes.
good. You can look back 10 years from now, and when the new kids come in, you can go back in 21, we did good. And you're feeling the effects of that. But I have never felt the effects of that. We've slowly just petered and petered and petered and petered.
And I think my biggest issue right now is the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
In my role, I interact with every new hire that comes in the door that's last 4 years. We've had women, people of color, or non-Anglo-Saxon people.
Non-Anglo-Saxon.
Yes.
Non-Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah, non-Viking. I got that Scandinavian Viking DNA
That's
too.
right.
I feel you.
I'm seeing my white ass face in these lights. Ain't like a powder on here, man.
And yes, we were the first people here.
Yeah.
Our indigenous Viking DNA.
That's right.
But you know, John May all last summer was talking about going up to Minneapolis with his daughter. They'd send out these virtue signaling emails about, oh, we're doing this for black farmers. We're doing this for inner city. What about the people in your factories? You've got 18, 19-year-old at-risk, you know, statistically at-risk people that you're hiring. And I've got the union on my side with this. We got to make these guys, they don't have any manufacturing experience in our local labor market. We're getting people fresh out of high school, city kids. We're not getting farm kids because they're running the family farm now that the market's up. So we're not getting those farm kids coming in like we used to. And I just want to see John Deere put their money where their mouth is for their employees that are non-Anglo-Saxon and, you know, help bring up the whole community.
Yeah.
Davenport, Iowa, you get on the west side of Davenport, Iowa, there's on the news every night, there's gunshots everywhere. It sounds like little Chicago out there sometimes.
Yeah.
And we had picket duty, not this week. This week was cold as shit, snow or rain and just nasty.
Yeah.
My picket duty is 6 a.m. to noon on Sunday, and it started raining right when I got there and never quit the whole damn day.
That's wonderful.
And then the first week we were picketing, that the third shift crew said, yeah, we were getting kind of worried. We had gunshots in Moline, and we're kind of in the hood a little bit, but you know, give these people a leg up.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't come from nothing. I mean, my grandpa worked at John Deere, the same factory I'm in, but he had 9 kids. So there wasn't no, I mean, he's 90, he's still kicking. He's still got his insurance from John Deere. He's still getting his pension from John Deere.
Yeah.
He's been retired longer than he worked there. He retired in 1991 with 27 years. He's been retired since 1991.
This is a little off. Well, it's not off topic, but I might be going out a little conspiracy theory here. If you listen to the podcast at all, you'll hear me talk about the hippies.
Ooh.
But how old is John May? Anybody know?
I think he's 46.
No shit. That's all old that dude is?
Let me do some Dvorak Googling. Where's the troll room?
Because that is going to completely destroy my theories. I'm going to go with it anyway.
I want to say Gen X.
I'm Gen X.
Or late 50.
Hell.
Deere, 50 years old.
Okay, he's same age as me, essentially. What an asshole. But anyway, I have this theory the hippies are ruining society in general, because what we've been talking about is the old ways the company would take care of you. There's retirees that are out there now that are 70 and 75. They still got insurance. They've had a pretty good life. I talked to one of them the other day, been retired for 15 years, looked good. He was going pheasant hunting. But he was in a different time when leadership valued loyalty. You've been with this company for 35 years. We appreciate you and everything you've done for the company. And when you leave, we're going to take care of you like you took care of us, because you worked, 6, 7 days a week,
on the line.
12 hours a day. You made us money. And it seems like when the new generation that's running the world, which is the hippies, the baby boomers, I'm not trying to piss anybody off here, there's a whole different mindset now in corporations. It's no longer about the people, it's about the money.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not one of these, inequality of income. I believe that you're every man for himself to a certain degree. You got to earn your own way. But like we said before, damn, man, we've made you billions and billions and billions of dollars, 5.7 billion to be exact, what they're projected to make. And you're telling me you can't afford to give me a few extra bucks? No, it's kind of crazy.
Well, you look at, you say the hippies run the world. You look who's running it. John Kerry protesting the Vietnam War in front of Congress.
How old's old Biden up there? He's 72.
Yeah.
That's hippie age, man.
He's just a cog in the machine.
Yeah, that poor
He's
bastard.
irrelevant. He's just a fucking.
I feel sorry for that poor bastard, man.
Hillary and Bill Clinton.
Yep. They're all hippies, man.
They were all, yeah.
They're all hippies. I keep telling people that if you look the average age of a hippie now, it'd be about 70 years old. And all the people that are actually running the show are 70. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Gen X.
Sam Allen.
Maybe Gen X can get it right. That. You're what?
I don't know if I should be saying this, but I kind of miss Sam Allen.
You know what? We always thought he was our guy. Yeah, we thought he was our guy.
Yeah.
Because he came up through construction and forestry. And we kind of thought he was our guy. But during his time, I didn't gain anything either. So maybe he's not any better. But this new guy's come in and he's gotten rid of salary employees. And, he's a financial guy. He's a bean counter. So what does he do? He tries to get the most bang for the buck. Well, during his tenure, there's been a labor stop. Stock dropped a little bit. He's got some SEC violations. He's not doing real well. Well, but alleged. It sure looks like he does.
I mean, COVID was the best thing that happened to him.
Yeah, no shit.
Because, right before COVID, we were wanting to cut margins 15% across John Deere. We were wanting to cut this and cut that. They were talking layoffs. And my factory is a seasonal factory, and we usually get a summer shutdown. We're off most of the summer, 16 weeks plus.
You guys are just laid off during that time?
Laid off. We used to do a harvester transfer. We did it this year for the first time since 2012. And the only thing I don't like about that is you do not keep seniority. When you it's Exhibit F in the contract.
You're just a low man on the pole.
For 180 days, you start with day one seniority. And it used to go by your seating or for your home factory seniority, which was kind of negotiated in that first tentative agreement that you would keep your seniority within your group from your factory. Because there was guys, when I went over into 2011, I had a guy, Bigfoot, he was a trucker. He went over there, had 38 years in, got bumped off a day shift by a kid with less than 6 months in.
It's pretty rough,
and
man.
He was pissed.
It's pretty rough.
He kicked the third shift. He didn't mind it, but he was pissed about it for a little bit, but he got over it.
I can see it. The kid that was working there didn't ask for somebody with 30 years to come in. But at the same time, guy with 30 years is like, damn, man, I paid my dues,
No shit.
It's real hard to, it's, I don't know. It's kind of rough. We don't have that issue here where you're around. And you guys get lots of NID days, or IND days, I'm sorry. And we don't. Assembly in the last year. What's that?
Nowadays, it took me 8 years to get my first one.
Yeah. Assembly gets them a lot more than the machine shop. And the job I have now, I'm never going to get one. So, I'm support. So if anybody's there, I'm going to be there. Anyway.
Yeah, my wife, she's a painter at Davenport Works. They'd have the same thing. They're year round, but their assembly gets time off for part shortages and stuff like that. But she hardly ever gets them if they do get them.
Well, you ever make it down this way, you need to stop by. I've been threatening to take my wife up north and show her around. I like going through the Amandas and checking all that stuff out, but
I've never been out there. I drive by it, but never been out there.
Of course, we got stuff here that we've never been to that's right here. People are like, oh, that's great. I'm like, okay, cool, man. but I've threatened to take her
Amish make me
up there.
jealous.
Were they Amish though?
Man, the colonies, they
Oh, they
were
were
kind of
German. Yeah, well,
German Amish
maybe.
type
Hell, I don't know.
Mennonites, something like that.
We got some good food out there. I know that.
Yeah, my mom goes out there. She'll bring back some jellies and
Yeah.
honey and stuff like that. I get jealous of those people. I mean, just to put your head in the Bible and work all day and night.
Yeah.
I'm too married to my creature comforts.
Yeah. I like laptops and PlayStations, and which I'm going to go. We got some guys that listen, and then Yancey, we get together and we play Warzone, other kind of video games, with the people that listen. So
Okay.
that's what we're going to do here in a little bit. Can't do that and
Yeah.
go to the
I play
Dominican.
Fallout 76. I'm a Fallout dork. I don't know why.
Never played it.
I just see oh man, it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Nuclear war between the United States and China goes off October 23rd, 2077. And then every different game is set up in different eras and times of this post-apocalyptic world. Fallout 76 is kind of the first online one. It took a while for me to get into it. I don't know. I just enjoy those Fallout games for some damn reason. I hate them, but I love them.
I understand. It pisses me off. Them 13-year-old kids whip my ass. And, what are you going to do? Just take it.
Yeah, we had a group of guys. We were playing Grand Theft Auto online when it first came out. And I swear, it sounded like he was 6 years old, starts calling us all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And racial slurs.
Yeah.
And telling me all the dirty things my mama did last night. Then we throw it back at him. He gets his dad in there.
Oh, it's wonderful.
The dad's sitting there bitching us out. What are you doing, you grown ass adults telling this kid? And I was like, if you heard the shit your kid was telling us, if I was your dad, if that was my kid, I'd be whooping his ass. I said, what the hell kind of parent lets their 6-year-old play Grand Theft Auto online?
No good for nothings.
No good, Nick. Street toughs.
That's right. Street toughs. That's my favorite. Street toughs. I appreciate earlier. I told somebody when you told me that you'd seen my post on the Post 97 page that you saw me, but when you heard me get the shout out on No Agenda, I got street cred. I'm like, that's right. I got street cred now. I'm telling my wife, and then I got on. Are you on the No Agenda social?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Wagner Rothbard on there. I never post anything.
Yeah. Okay. I'm WKOP, of course, at WKOP. But I got on there and said, yeah, that's right, boys. I got street cred now. But I post a little bit on there, not a whole lot. It's
I'm one of the chosen few on the No Agenda social.
Yeah, I just got in.
Got in right before they cut it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, me too.
We're having a meetup in Joplin, November 6th. If kind of knows. My wife's people are asking me, were you staying the night? I'm like, am I going to be working by then? If not, I'll be still on miser budget. Right now we're we're not broke, but I've resisted a lot. So yeah. So anyway, November 6th in Joplin, Missouri, we're going to be having a meetup over there with another No Agenda listener. They do some videos like never can remember the damn word. They're like small farm, itty bitty houses. They do a lot of the
tiny house.
Yeah, what do you call that crap?
Van life.
No, whether that it takes care of it. Damn it, that word always escapes me. Renewable like food sources and stuff like that. So we're getting together over at Old Chicago. So if you're in the Joplin, Missouri area on November 6th, stop by, and there's going to be, right now there's just a handful of us, but hopefully more show up that haven't said anything. So it should be a good time.
Yeah, I like Missouri. When I was laid off in 2016, I was driving truck and going down there in the Ozarks and everything. Yep. It was just amazing.
That's where I found my wife.
Never thought Ozarks. My 9-year seniority anniversary date, I was starting a new job. Never thought that would happen with 9 years in, but market took a crap.
Well,
Got my CDL, got on the road. John Deere still making profit though.
oh yeah.
I was out on the street, but they were making profit.
The reason they make a profit, they get rid of you.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I had a conversation a few years ago where when the gas prices dropped way down, and I got on Facebook and said something about, in theory, the gas prices go down. That means we travel more and we spend more money. Damn, the oil field workers jumped all over my ass, because when the oil prices went down, they all got laid off. And I said, I didn't hear anybody bitching and moaning when the housing market went to shit and bread was cheap. That's the indicators for our business. And, but what you'll notice is when gas prices go way up, like they are right now, thank you, Brandon, or let's go, Brandon, whatever it is. But you don't see them old boys getting big raises. They forget that those oil companies are making way more money this year than they were last year. And it costs them pretty much the same thing to get that oil out of the ground. They're not paying them guys anymore. So people need to remember that.
Those guys were right with me.
Yeah.
I started driving truck for Maverick Transportation out of Little Rock, Arkansas. They had a dedicated route up here where I live. And for training, you go down to Little Rock. So I was meeting guys from Texas and Oklahoma that were oil field drivers that were needing to find something, and Maverick was giving it to us. And yeah, I'd go back to that company in a minute, but Mrs. Wagner is not a big fan of me being gone all week and being home on sleeping all day Saturday.
I'm not looking for a job yet, but we'll go a couple more weeks and I'll probably be trying to find a little something to do, mostly because I'm going insane. I go out to I don't go out to the line every day. The first week and a half or so, I was out there pretty much all the time, a couple, 3 times a day. And, hauling wood or doing whatever, but now I'm just kind of going insane around the house. I cleaned the room here I'm in the other day, and I'm going to start on the garage probably tomorrow. So
that's our plan too, is get the garage cleaned up for winter.
Going nuts. Yeah. You guys have super winters up there though, man. We don't have the winter you have.
Oh yeah.
We have last winter when the temperature got down to, 2, 3, 4 degrees, and it stayed that way for a while. It's like the world come to an end down here.
Oh yeah, I lived in Kentucky for a while. I seen a couple snows that are dustings up here that are tragedies down there.
Yeah. Oh, here's one for you. I don't think I'll hold you on here too much longer, but I want to tell a little story. Some people don't know this. So last winter we had historic cold spell. Remember all those super cold,
the whole vortex.
Yeah, whatever it was. So around here we had rolling blackouts to where guys at work were getting phone calls from home saying, hey, we don't have electric. They was picking areas to shut off because of the strain on the electrical system. And the local municipalities and the electric companies reached out to the industry around here and said, please, slow down with your intake of electric. And if you can, shut down if you can for a couple days. Because the forecast said in a couple, 3 days, it was going to be better. So not only did John Deere never come off the gas, all the TVs in the commons area were on. Every machine was running 24 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. We never stopped. Meanwhile, our employees are at home with no electricity. Not only that, there's a company out there in the industrial park where I work that paints for us, paints the transaxles after we get done with them. And they were shut down. John Deere called them and had them come back and fire back up to get more units out. So that's the company that everybody says that, that we're trying to suck the life out of.
Well, you know why John Deere don't shut down for weather, right?
No, what's that?
1978 Dubuque Works.
1978,
there was a giant snowstorm. It was like 48 inches of snow in the matter of 2 days.
Okay.
Third shift at Dubuque Works, the bosses had compassion back then, or they have compassion now, but their overlords don't have.
That's true.
Have more of a grip on them than they used to.
Mm-hmm.
So they send everybody home after like 2-3 hours. And say, man, this is really piling up. We need to get the hell out of here. one guy filed a grievance to get everybody paid for the 8 hours that they were supposed to be there.
Because they're 4 hours call in or whatever. Huh?
Yeah. This was under the 4 hour. I think this is before that language is in the contract.
Really?
And they sent people home, get safe, whatever you got to do. Mm-hmm. Somebody filed the grievance, won the grievance, cost the company like $200,000 for that day, getting everybody paid for no output. And ever since then, John Deere said, nope, we're not shutting down for weather. Whoever makes it, makes it.
I'll be damned.
2011, we had a giant snowstorm up here in the Quad Cities.
Yeah.
And everybody that didn't show up got a UAB.
Yeah.
Some people that pushed into negative territory, people like me, I still made it to work. I had a Mustang at the time, which was not a very comfortable ride, about 24 inches of snow. But we never shut down. And they said, everybody that shows up, show up.
I'll be damned.
And then Harvester Works was going to let a bunch of people go because of prior attendance.
Yeah.
They had stickers going around that was UAB, United Against Blizzard, 2011.
Great.
That was back in the fun days.
Get your ass fired now.
Do stuff like that.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. And maybe we can have you calling again some other time when things aren't so bad and we can talk about, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing, whatever I'm doing, other than walking back and forth in front of the place where we frequent most days.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out, man. People, I like the salary guys that drive through. How's it going? How do you think it's going, man?
Oh, yours actually talked to you?
Well, we got word that, see, like I said, we're small, man. We know half of them. We know them, all of them, but outside of work, we talk to them. But we heard they got a meeting last week. They're to quit talking to us when they leave. So it didn't really work.
Don't stop at the picket line. Just keep moving, goddammit.
You got Paul Blart back there fucking videotaping us. So every time one of them stops, it looks like maybe we're stopping them, which actually it's not. It's them stopping to talk to us. We got a head of engineer that comes through every day and stops to talk to us. So it's like, man, just keep going, dude. They're gonna jack with us. So whatever. No big deal.
Hopefully get some offers pretty soon. Everybody goes back to work. Everybody's happy.
Yep. And I tell you what, I have a great appreciation for my job now. I really do. It can be better, but I also have to tell my wife the other day, we was driving down the road and I said, damn, I don't have a job. And she said, I know. And I said, no, really, I don't have a job. I was worthless when I was late teens, early 20s. I'm pretty worthless, but I've had a job since I was like 22. So, I'm like, whoa, man, I don't have a job. It's a little bit, a little scary, but hey, with the other 10,000 people that are out there with me, it's not so bad.
Yeah. I mean, we could have voted yes all day, but it don't matter when you got 90% of the employees pissed off.
That was the great part about it. 90% of the people voted, which why the hell didn't the other 10% show up to vote? Whatever. But anyway, 90% of the people voted and 90% of them voted no. You can't get 9 out of 10 people to agree on anything. When that 90% came back, I was, holy shit. I cannot believe this.
Oh yeah. Especially after the last few contracts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 200 votes was the last one passed by.
Yeah.
Before that, it was kind of half and half, but it still passed. It's
gotten worse each time. I guess it finally got to, they found our mark where we're willing to stop. So,
and the pre-97 guys are all, for the most part, gone. I think we've got 6 at my factory. 7 at my factory.
I think we've got, I've got 12 people on my crew, and every one of them's a pre-97 guy. I got all the old timers on my strike crew. And I think there might be 15 to 20 period in our whole plant.
Okay.
That are pre-97. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's our time now for the.
It really is. It really is.
Post-97 guys. I mean, guys like you that are getting to the end. I'm mid-career, so I want to start getting some stuff in line for when it's my time to go.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if I do 30 and out, I'll be 54 years old, and hopefully my Bitcoin will help me do that.
And being the old guy now, I'm going to drop a little knowledge on people out there listening and watching. Don't stop your 401k to build race cars when you're 26 and 7 years old. You're never going to go fast enough to make up for when you're 49 and going, damn, I could have had $100,000 more dollars in my 401k. You know, I'm going to be able to retire and I'm not going to go hungry. But I'm telling all these young people out there that are, you know, in their 20s and even their early 30s, make that 401k your bitch and just put as much as you can into it. That way, when you do hit that 85 points or 30 years or whatever, you can leave and then you can afford to buy your own insurance, or you can go do whatever the hell you want. If what makes you happy is going to work at the hardware store for 15 years of your life, drinking coffee, talking to the old timers, hey, whatever you want to do, man. But retirement isn't as far away as you think. And next thing you know, you'll be looking right at it in the face going, shit.
Oh, yeah.
So
there's a man I worked with at seating. His name is Clark Stewart. He just passed away probably 2-3 weeks ago. His daughter started working at seating with me. We called him Preacher. He was always preacher, black dude preacher, you know, the Holy Ghost and all that stuff. His dream was to have a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
Worked all his life, turned 60, retired from the Rock Island Arsenal. That's where he got on after he got laid off from Deere. Was just about to start his restaurant, got cancer, and died just 3 weeks ago. And he was just about to start that restaurant when he got diagnosed. I don't want to be like that. That's kind of my dream too. I'm kind of the home chef. I barbecue every weekend. I make briskets and all that stuff, and I want to do it for other people.
Yeah. I don't know.
One thing my town's missing is a good barbecue joint.
I don't know what my goal in life is other than to whatever I do when I wake up, I'm happy. Whether or not that's going to John Deere until they have to haul my ass out the door or something else. As long as I wake up every day and I don't mind what I'm doing. So I see that my go ahead.
Oh, my dream job is actually an eccentric billionaire.
Oh yeah.
I want to give old Elon Musk a run for his fucking money.
Yeah, I'm a slacker. I'm a very good slacker. You know, I mean, I can do just about anything I want if I could. You know, I see that my team is blowing my phone up, waiting for what I'm supposed to be doing 30 minutes ago. So,
oh shit,
no big deal.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
I really do. Hey, thanks for standing outside the building with me.
Oh yeah.
Solidarity and all that good stuff, man.
That's what we got to do, brother.
That's right. I will talk to you soon, hopefully.
All right.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for seeing us on the podcast here.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Later, Hosen.